Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steph, and if you're new here, I am giving myself 6 weeks to fit into my old jeans. I am an overweight woman in my 30s and I'm not tracking anything this time. I am going with how my body feels, how it looks, and yeah, not tracking anything. So there's no weighing food, no tracking steps. The Fitbit's been in the cupboard for a few weeks. Scales are in the cupboard. I've weighed myself at the beginning of this challenge and I'm weighing myself at the end of the 6 weeks. From someone that used to weigh myself every day, it became a bit of a negative habit for me. So I'm sort of learning new habits. It's a bit of an experiment, and I'm going to show you my 5-week progress. Then I'll go through my check-ins, I'll go through like what I've done this week food wise and water and stuff like that. But as always, I'll go through the check-ins as we're talking along here, just to save you going back through other videos. If you did want to flick back through other videos, because I do give, you know, details about the week and a bit more information, feel free to go back and check. But if you just want to see the check-in photos and videos and pictures, let's go here. So from the start, I've had these jeans in the cupboard for, well, years. And because they're in the cupboard, they're always in the back of my mind. So I've always had this idea, like, I'm going to fit into my old jeans. Like, that's what I want. I don't want to be worrying about the scales. I just want to get into my jeans and feel good in them, no matter what the scales say. So they were very, they wouldn't really go over my hips and belly when I first started on the 1st of January. And then I've been tracking week by week. And as we're going along here in the check-ins, you will be able to see that they're slowly fitting. And actually on week 5 now, I have actually managed to get all of the buttons up. So I've managed to get into the jeans within 5 weeks, but that's just getting them up, getting all the buttons done up. Now, there is going to be another part. I will probably extend this challenge. Let me know in the comments if you want me to continue like a week 6 to 12, because I feel like the first 6 weeks was a mini goal for me, just to actually get into the jeans, do them up, get them over my hips. And I feel like now I'm sort of in them. I don't feel comfortable in them. You can clearly see I've got a lot of weight around my belly. I am an overweight woman. I'm in my 30s and I have noticed it is a bit more harder to lose weight as I've got a bit older. I do have polycystic ovaries as well. So if you know about that or you have it yourself, you will experience probably weight gain, and trying to lose weight can be difficult naturally just from having that condition. So now I'm in the jeans. That was the first mini goal. And I did say in my videos, like, look, it's a 6-week challenge. It's just a mini time frame to give me a milestone to get to. Because if I set a goal where I don't really have a time frame, it could just go on and on and on, and I won't fit in the jeans. A bit like in the past where I've had them in the cupboard. So I'm very, very happy with this progress so far. I really love the fact that I'm visually checking my progress. I'm not looking at the scales or anything like that. And I am noticing it's a really good feeling. I said in other videos, I feel more mentally freed, that I don't have to track things. I don't dread my check-in on a Wednesday. And I look forward to putting my jeans on every week and just seeing how I feel in them and how I look in them. Now, I am noticing, yeah, the jeans are going up now. I can do all the buttons up just. But the next step, I think, is sort of like maybe like a sculpting phase. So maybe if you want me to do a 6 to 12 week update, comment below, because if you want it, then I can do it, no problem. But maybe it would be a good idea if now I can get into them to see how my body shape changes. And, you know, I want to actually feel and look good in them. So that's the second part. There's a lot of weight around my hip and belly. I really hate that about my body. That does sound quite negative, but it's true. Like, I'm not happy with all the weight around my belly. It's just maybe jeans. I'm just unlucky that, you know, all of my weight does go to my stomach mainly. So now I'm in the jeans. I actually want to look and feel good in them. So I might do it the next 6 weeks. Well, next week is week 6. But after that, I might continue just so you can see how my body, because I'll still be continuing the journey, losing weight. And I suppose it would be good to see, you know, my belly go down in the jeans. And I would like to see that too. And I do find by making the YouTube videos really keeps me accountable. I'm very grateful for the subscribers and the support I have. It's a very, very small channel. I'm very early on in my journey. So the expectation is I don't really expect many people to see this video at the moment. But if I can help anyone and make people feel less alone in their journey, then I'm very happy to be continuing. And I know in my own experience, when I've tried to lose weight in the past, for me, it's very isolating. You feel quite lonely. You feel like it's quite a lonely path, especially if you're around people that don't really get it, or they're not losing weight themselves. You know, oh, come out for dinner. Like, it's just one dinner. It's just one chocolate bar. It's just this, and not everyone gets it. And I do find on this YouTube channel, for example, this video if you're clicking on it, there must be some sort of interest, you know, in either weight loss, or there's a reason you're clicking on it, which we might be able to relate to each other in a way. So if you're trying to lose weight, or you're on a health journey or anything like that, and you know, if watching these videos helps, because I like to show struggles. This week I'll get into a bit of a struggle. I have been on my period last week, so I'm noticing in this week's check-in I feel a bit bloated still. I probably didn't do as much walking as I should have done. I'll be honest, on my period, it's completely wiped me out last week and a bit of this week. I feel really tired, fatigued, drained. There was a lady in my comments that mentioned about inositol. It's a supplement and that helps with polycystic ovaries. I have heard this before, and I did used to take inositol, but I didn't find it effective for me because I don't think I got the gram correct. I didn't know how much to take, so I might look into that again. Inositol apparently can help with polycystic ovaries, so I might do a bit more research on that. And yeah, my period's completely, I just feel so fatigued. I'll be honest, last week I was lifting very heavy weights. I was doing like 100k deadlifts, 80 kg deadlifts. Quite a lot of reps and sets. I've done quite a bit of walking the week before, but last week I have not done that much walking. I've been in bed quite a few days. I did, because of my period week, I did actually have some chocolate and cookies. I'll show you on the screen here. I had a cookie pie from Cookie Box. You know, I'm human. I'm on my period. I love chocolate. I'm not trying to binge or anything like that, but I'm human. I'm on a journey. Like, I'm not a robot. So I did have chocolate and biscuits and some fizzy drinks this week. If you're old school like me, if anyone remembers cans of Tizer, oh my God, you can't really find them anywhere in the shops anymore. In some odd newsagents or some, you know, like Costco type stores, you might find them. But yeah, I've had a couple of cans of Tizer, and it just was such a nostalgic memory. I remember having this as a kid. So yeah, I've had some fizzy drinks, chocolate, some cookies, and then my food has been a bit boring. Well, I say boring, it's not boring. I just tend to stick with the same thing for like a week and then I might change. I don't like overthinking what I'm going to eat, planning, and then trying to think when I've got to eat what in case things are going out of date in the fridge and there's an order. So I batch cooked some more chili, and I've put it into Tupperware dishes, put it in the freezer so I can pull one of those out when I want. I've been having a bit of garlic bread this week. I've had a chicken vegetable stir fry which lasted a couple of days. What else have I been eating? I had quite a lot of dark chocolate last night. I've had protein yogurts from Aldi every night this week. So I can't, what have I been having for breakfast? I can't really remember most of my food this week. Honestly, my brain is just not 100% this week, and I'm not feeling the best because I'm still feeling pretty tired. So yeah, I'm still feeling pretty tired this week. I did go to the gym last night. I did some, I always call it boxing. I'm going to try and start calling it like pad work now. It kind of is like boxing, but we do some elbows and, you know, stuff like that. I did used to train Muay Thai years ago, but about 2 years ago I had a leg injury, a grade 2 calf tear, so I can't really knee and kick properly at the moment, so we just do like the upper body part. So yeah, that was good last night, worked really hard. And every time I've trained like pad work, it's half an hour, it goes really quickly, it's fun, it's not boring. And just on gym anxiety as well, because I've mentioned in previous videos about my gym anxiety, like I genuinely have got over it completely. When I start, and also just a reflection, I've actually lost 10 kilos since August 25, and now we're January, or say from August to January I've lost 10 kilos, so it's been very slowly. If you've seen my channel, or if you go back to my videos where I do a weight loss weekly update, it was an 18-week journey. It started there from the YouTube side of it. I did actually lose 2 stone before I started the YouTube journey. I was 2.5 stone heavier than before you ever seen me at my worst on YouTube. So I'm just looking back that sometimes you feel like you're not always making progress in the moment, but if you look back on like everything that you've achieved, like little steps and little actions compound into like a bigger change. So you don't need some crazy mad transformation initially, just change like daily habits, really small things, just making better choices. Even if it was something as simple as just kind of if you have like, for example, sugar in your tea or coffee and you have 2 sugars, just cut down to 1. Like, you know, when you make them really small, conscious and purposeful changes, that can compound and lead to a bigger change. So I was following a plan in the summer, and I did make good progress. This jeans experiment is a bit of, as I say, it is an experiment. I'm not tracking anything, and normally I've tracked everything before. So when I look back at a video of the summer, I'll show you a clip now so you can see like how round my face and stuff was. This was in August when I first started the YouTube, sharing my journey. Yeah, I was very, very unhappy here. This video was actually taken from when I fell off my diet. I gained like 8 kilos in a month in the summer. I was binging, I completely went off the rails a bit, went off track. And even when I'm editing these videos and I'm going through my camera roll, or I'm just looking at my videos on YouTube just to see what I've posted, when I look back to that video, I can really see the difference, like in my face, my skin, my health, and like I can see that. And when I look back, it just reminds me of what a bad place I was in. So just looking at my progress and making these videos helps me stay accountable. It's kind of like an online diary for myself. And this is the most consistent I've ever been on a journey, because I'm sharing a journey usually on a weekly basis. I like to try and post a video at least once a week, sharing my like mental health, weight loss, and just stuff like this. I feel that it really has kept me accountable. I've shared videos regularly since the summer, at least weekly anyway. And this jeans challenge, it's given me a new goal, if you like, something a bit fresh and different. And again, I'm posting consistently with it. It's week 5, week 6 will be next week, and it's really making me aware of what I'm doing. And I feel YouTube is definitely, although not many people might see this, which is fine, I'm not just doing it for that. I'm really doing it just because I feel like I've got a purpose in my life. Like, I've had a really tough 5 years, a lot of mental health stuff, depression. I've been in a really, really bad place. So even just making these videos just makes me feel like I've got a purpose. It gives me a goal, an aim, knowing I've got an update regularly, and it's to do with something I'm passionate about and something I'm intrinsically interested in and I care about. I care about weight loss, but I also care about how we lose weight, like mentally. You know, we've got to lose weight the right way, in terms of, you know, don't sort of restrict, crash diets. Like, if I lose weight, I want to do it properly, because it's like sustainable habits I'm building for long-term lifestyle, rather than crash diets for quick changes and stuff like that. If you look back at one of my first videos when I started YouTube, probably in about April or May last year, I posted a video where I was trying to lose a stone in 1 week. I was following this diet. I won't tell you exactly what happens, but if you do want to go back and watch that video, feel free to, and you'll see like my mindset was pretty much the same then as it is now. So yeah, if you are watching this, you find it, you know, you can relate to it, you find value in it in any way, feel free to, you know, like and share to people you know, subscribe, and comment your own experiences below, any tips. It's all helpful. And if I just get on to water intake this week, so the only thing I probably do track is my water, because I say I get like a litre bottle or a 1.5 litre bottle, and I fill it up a few times a day, so I know how much water I'm drinking. The walking it's been really raining over the last week actually. I'll show you a little clip. It's literally been chucking it down with rain, and as I said, my body even now feels achy. I do try and prioritize my sleep, because sleep is important for many reasons, not just weight loss, but there's lots of other reasons why sleep is so important. And this week my sleep just hasn't been as it should. My sleep hasn't been good. Part of it is probably my own fault. I will be accountable and take the blame for the fact that there's been a few nights I have just been scrolling a little bit. You know what it's like, where you just get into bed and you just get a bit like, really get into it, and then before you know it, 2 hours has passed and you're like, I should have put my phone down. Normally I'm really good at that. I'll put my phone away, try and get to bed for 9:30, asleep by 10 if I can. But yeah, this week I've been a bit distracted, been a bit scrolling, sleep's not been great, very tired on my periods. But this week I'm hoping it's going to be better. As I said, very, very proud of myself. I've got the jeans to go up. Not happy on how I look with them, but it's a start. It's a progress, and I think I'm probably going to do a 12-week, extend it to 12 weeks. And now I'm in them, I actually want to see, you know, how I look and feel in them. So I think this video, was a bit long. Wow, this is 17 minutes nearly, this video. Like, honestly, everything this week, like, it's definitely just coming from the heart right now. I just feel the need to speak more this week. If you go back to a couple of other videos, maybe some of them are even like 2-3 minutes long, but this week I feel, yeah, like talking a bit more. And I hope you like this content, and I will post next week, Wednesday, for week 6 update. So I'm just trying to think, there's nothing else I need to make you aware of. I think that's pretty much it, to be fair. So feel free to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.